just not a color they can sit with. And the other side, crimson, has them seeing red. Easy to assume everyone here has a lighter in hand. Now we get to see who will use it. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Wide receiver comes in motion. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Vols with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He wants to change this route. Off play action. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
The Volunteers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Back to throw, it's Asher. Fires to the tight end. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, 1st down.
Touch pass on the right. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Despite all the bitterness in the Alabama-Auburn rivalry, to many, this game, Alabama-Tennessee, has the richest tradition and carries the most importance.
And you think of some of the legends that have trolled the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Paul Bear Bryant, Johnny Majors, Nick.
Turning it on! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Zings it complete to the right. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option of working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
From the shotgun, the inside give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on 1st down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
3rd down play from the gun. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out, he had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that 1st drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
From the gun, the ground game. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running a football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking to throw, it's Montgomery. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Back to pass, it's Asher. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing game. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
Pulls it and fires to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And the Volunteers decide to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yardage.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line.
Looking to throw, it's Montgomery. Firing to the right, complete. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Extending the play. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Out of the backfield, he's open. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means 3rd and long. 3rd and long, now go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
You know, there are a lot of coaches out there who believe bye weeks sometimes can take away your rhythm, and that might be the case with this offense right now. They just don't seem to be clicking in the passing game.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. Dropping back, it's Asher. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football some more.
The give to the single back. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the 2nd quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. On target over the middle. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. The Vols with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Trying to burn this defensive back. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Volunteer. Once he got some room, it was over.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Tulsa is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie today. We could see a legend born in Chapman Stadium. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Georgia State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game. but you got to stop the run first.
To throw, it's Montgomery. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
Quick release by the QB. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
Here's the handoff. Breaks into the open. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him! And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll take it on the return. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. And that one's incomplete.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% in a season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
Might be calling a hot route. Dropping back, it's Asher. Going for the big play. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback.
There he goes. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Wants to fire on second down. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. One of the mantras of the Crimson Tide is they want to make your rear end quit. And that defensive line can certainly do that.
Big, physical. You've seen all these guys up front. They're strong at the point of attack, and they make you earn everything you get. And the athleticism when they get you in passing situations and they know you're going to pass, they're going to come after your quarterback.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete. The offense failed to convert on fourth down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Tennessee.
And the Vols line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets it away from his own end zone. A fair catch is called for. It'll give him great field position. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Running back searching for a hole. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He'll try to do it himself. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
And how about the awareness by this guy on third down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that first down. It's third. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this first. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. And nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? To the air, it's Montgomery. Looking for the score. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the football game.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Rushes on him. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. so the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Here's the pressure. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Offense working from the pistol. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Volunteers will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Looking for a man. It's Montgomery. Under fire. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. The give to the tailback. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Volunteers will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here comes that Alabama offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're... Oh, he's got some space. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going...
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
Woo, deep breath, right? And you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Now a lot deep. Here's a heat. And the missed connection on third down.
Tie game here early in the second half, and offensively you're hoping to get something going, but after that incompletion, it kind of kills all of your momentum. This quarterback is really going to have to lock in here for the rest of this game if they're going to win.
Punt is in the air on fourth down. Let's see what he can do with it. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Pocket breaking down. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And when you're on defense and it's wet and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier. It gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the ref.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting to TFL.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. That's reeled in. It's Whitaker. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on third down. Scanning the field, it's Montgomery. Bringing the heat. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Great job by the defense dialing on some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
This has been a tight one, third quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. Quick release on the RPO.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Lining up to convert third down. Got it looking for a first. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a fourth down. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on fourth down. Trying to keep the drive alive. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. I'll admit, I wondered if they were just lining up to try to draw them offside.
Me too. Whenever you line up in your own territory, you're thinking, no, they're just going to draw me offside. A lot of times, by the way, it gets the defense to kind of relax for a second. You can tell they had a plan, ready to go. They knew they were going to be aggressive.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Now facing a third and long. Wants to throw. It's Asher. And this is going to be incomplete on third
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
Kick is in the air. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse.
It sure has. At this point, David, someone's just going to have to step up and make a play. Someone's got to break a tackle, make an incredible catch, and just give some life to this offense.
And whatever you can, whatever it takes. Don't worry about looking pretty. That's out the window. We've already looked really, really ugly. We got to find something that works to put some points on the board.
Fires to the big fella. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
The Tide will get the first down.
Well, there's an example of the quarterback just creating on the fly, because I think that was supposed to go to the running back on a screen, and he just saw an open guy downfield and said, I don't know, I'm just going to throw it down to this dude. He's wide open. I know it's not how we drew it up, but we'll take it.
Wants to go up top on first down. He's taking the shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping to run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
To the air. It's Montgomery. Got the quick pass. He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44.
And you don't see that often when you're running a screen and you're featuring the running back and setting it up, but you go elsewhere. It's a nice job by the offense, nice job by the quarterback in particular, seeing the defense, saying, I can make a play somewhere else, and he goes and does it.
Good job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Give to the back. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off. Taking it the other way. At the 30. He was hoping for that interception return for the touchdown, but he's brought down at the 27.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wideout. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. Quarterback just flat. Missed it. Incomplete.
How loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on 3rd down. Got his man quickly. And they'll move the chains with the 1st down, but that might be it for the 3rd quarter. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll try the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. To the air, it's Montgomery. He wants it all. Trying to bull his way in. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another 1st down. Trying to power it in. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And this is an area of the field, man, who can be more physical. And you know I'm going to run the football a lot of times in these goal-to-go situations. 1st and goal, can I be physical? Can I get closer? The defense won that physical battle. Interested to see now if the offense thinks they can still run, or do they go to the passing game?
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Touchdown, Bama! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in games.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So here is the Tennessee offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few 1st downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Tight ends are supposed to be the quarterback's security blanket, especially down here in the red zone. And that time, he just dropped it.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. This time it's complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got
He'll try to convert through the air. He's got it on the move. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown time. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide.
You know, good teams just know how to close games out. And you're seeing that right now with this team, right? Their defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they've padded their lead. And this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25. The Vols can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Now he's going to break the pocket. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
And the Vols come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. He's looking to throw on third and short. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
A designed run for the quarterback. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. The Volunteers want to pick up the tempo.
And those 4th and 3, 4th and 4 situations are really tough. Is it a passing situation?
He's going for it all. Snags it on the right. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. And the Volunteers are on the move. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on first down. Under fire. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incomplete.
He caught it! Into the end zone! Touchdown ball!
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. Make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
Looking to throw on first down. He's got the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. One more yard on this second down might just put an exclamation point on this one. Wants to go up top. Buys a little time. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Got his man downfield. Turning it on. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. It's complete on the right side. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. The penalty on the defense, but they don't really give up much ground. There's not much to lose this close to the end zone. And the defense was anxious to get off the ball quickly. Instead, it's just a little bit closer to the line. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Alabama has the clock on his side trying to finish the game. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama! As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a two-possession game, and guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell, pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot. Unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more hits.
Time is not on their side. side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
On third down, he drops to throw. Got the back over the middle. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Looking to throw on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Touchdown, Tennessee!
You get the touchdown, but there's not a lot of time left. So you need to get the onside kick. You may have time for one more play, one shot to throw it in the end zone and somehow see if you can steal this game.
The snap sets up the throw. Using the quick game. He's in there for the two-point conversion, and now they're just down 6. Here's the situation. First, they have to recover the onside kick, and maybe time for a play or two. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
So Alabama once again takes the win in this smoking hot rivalry between the Vols and the Crimson Tide, and the party in Tuscaloosa will last well into the night. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.